Hi guys, so I have here the last flower that I wanted to show you guys how to make. So as you can see, these are 5 petal flowers that is in double layers. One is in the front and the other is in the back. It's a little bit tricky, but I'll try my best to show you how it is done. So there's this sample here of me making them in these 2 strands. This one is just 1 strand and this other one is in 2 strands. So we're gonna make 4 chains again, or maybe 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains on our hook, and then slip stitch on the first one, and then we're gonna work on the 5 petal flowers in the front first. So you needed to chain 3, and then we're gonna work on 3 double crochets. We have 1, 2, and 3. So this is the first petal. There are going to be 3 double crochets after the chain 3, and then after that chain 3, and then slip stitch on the middle part here so as to make the first petal. Then the next petal, chain 3, and then work on 3 double crochets again, and after the 3 double crochet you needed to chain 3 and then slip stitch on the middle part so as to make second petal. Chain 3 again, double crochet 3 times, 1, 2, 3, chain 3 again, and slip stitch on the middle. And then after this you can just slide your 3 petals like so. Chain 3, make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 3 after those double crochets, slip stitch in the middle part, and the last petal is chain 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And after this, chain 3 again, and then slip stitch in the middle part. So now you can see that we have 3 petals on that ring. So I'm gonna show you next how to make the back part of it. So for the back part petal, what we need to do is we're going to turn our work so we can see the back part of it. And here we're going to make some foundation chains on the back. So after that, we are now here with this loop. We're gonna chain 3, and then we're gonna insert our hook in the middle of those 2 petals at the back. Okay, just catch a few stitches from the back part and slip stitch there. So there is where we're going to put the back first leaf or first petal. Chain 3 again, and in between petals you will see some stitches there. Insert your string through that and then slip stitch, chain 3, and now we're going on our 3rd petal. In between the first 2 petals on the front, insert your hook through those stitches and then slip stitch there, chain 3 again, in between the 2 petals on the front, catch a few of those stitches and slip stitch there, and the last chain 3, and then you're just going to slip stitch on the first foundation chain that you have made. So now you're left with holes just like this ones, where you're going to start working on your back petals. Okay, to continue on, now that we are here and we have about 5 holes there, we're gonna chain 3, and in this hole, in this first hole, we're going to double crochet 4 times just to make the petals more wider than the front part. And we're going to chain 3 and insert our hook to the next hole, slip stitch there, and then chain 3. Then work on, you can pinch the petals so you will know where you needed to go and make double crochets. So in that hole, make 4 double crochets again, and then after the 4 double crochets, you needed to chain 3 again, insert your hook to the next hole and slip stitch there, and then chain 3, insert your hook through the hole and double crochet 4 times, 2, 3 and 4, chain 3, insert your hook to the next hole and slip stitch there, chain 3, make 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4, chain 3 after the 4 double crochets, insert your hook to the next hole, and that will be the last petal for the back part. Chain 3, make 4 double crochets, 2, 3 and 4. Then you needed to chain 3 again and insert your hook to the same hole and slip stitch there. Cut your string with a long end, so we can use that for sewing, and then you can fasten up. Okay, so now you can organize, or you can see the flower that you have made. It has 5 petals in front and 5 petals at the back. So you just needed to make another one of this so that you can attach it to the sandals or the booties. Hi guys, so now I'm going to show you how we attach the beads or buttons to the sandals or the flowers of the sandals or the booties. So for this project, we will need a thinner type of needle, just like this one, and some sewing thread. So I'm gonna use this white one just to show you guys how I make it. Okay. Just put your thread on the needle, then cut it, and then you're gonna knot it. And these are options that you can make to just add some effects on the booties or the sandals. And you have a wide variety of beads that you can choose from, like this one. This is a coated one, and it has different sizes to them. So I'm gonna use this one to show you guys. So this is an example of mine. This is the flower that we have just made, only I used 2 strands for this, and I just attached it to the middle part of this strap here. So now we can work on putting beads on the middle part of the flower. So you just needed to insert your needle so that it will go to the middle part, and then insert your beads on the needle and just sew it several times, making it sturdy. And you also have an option of choosing a bigger type of beads for this, since the flower is big too. So just sew it just like so, back and forth, inserting into the beads, making sure that you hide the thread, and then you can just knot it inside after that, and then fasten it off by inserting into a series of stitches, and then cut your string. And that's also what you need to do for the other one, so that it will have that added effect. And I will show you another type of positioning that you can make. Okay, so for this other one, using the picot flower, for this one I will add some buttons. So once again, put some thread on your needle, insert it inside first, making sure that you are going to put it, making sure that it will come out from where you wanted to put the buttons. So just going to knot it inside. And here's where I'm gonna put some buttons, in the middle part. Okay. Pass it through the hole of the buttons. Make sure that it is in the middle part of the flower. And also make sure that you don't catch any other part of the booties. And just sew it several times to make it sturdy. And this button too is an added effect, or an added design to your booties. And after this, just like the first ones, just knot it inside and pass it through a series of stitches so as to hide it. And then cut your thread, and just do this on the other booties, and now you'll have that. Okay, another option is putting beads side by side on the front part of the sandals. So just like here, you can embellish it with beads running along that strap in different colors. You can put 3 different colors if you want to. I'm just gonna show you. You just need to knot your thread inside of this flap here, but just make sure that you don't catch these ankle strap. So here is where we're gonna put the first beads. So pass it through that first bead over there. Make sure that you don't catch the other part or the other. Okay. Make it sturdy. I have made one of this for my customer, and she's choosing from pictures from the internet of the sandals. And since the thread that I'm using is long, I can just insert it to some stitches going downwards, so there I can put the second beads, which can be a violet one, And then I'm just going to sew it like so. Sew it there. Several times. Make it sturdy and neat looking. It's nice to have your thread long for this project so that you can use it for most of the beads. Just insert it in the next one downwards. And here we can attach another color, and that's what you're gonna do for the other booties. Make sure the positioning is on the same part so that it will be identical. That's the issue about making booties and sandals, is that you have to position it wherein it is identical to the first one. So since I have sewn it here, I can just hide my thread at the back of this strap and knot it there, and then just pass it through a series of stitches again to hide it, and then cut the seam. Okay, so those are the options that you have in making this beads or embellishments. So there you are, guys. Those are the options that you have as embellishments for the booties and sandals that we have made. The last option that you may have is putting ribbons on them, and I have followed a certain tutorial online on how to make a ribbon type of flower, and I will put that link on the description box below also. I hope you guys enjoy working on these projects as much as I enjoy teaching them to you. And that's it from me. If you have comments or suggestions, put them under the comment box below, and I will put the information all in the description box. And that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching.